Hi, welcome to Adventure Airsoft. This time we are at the Outpost in Cheshire. It's on the border between Cheshire and Wales. There was another video of this without this horrible voiceover, so please follow the link up at the top or somewhere for that. Basically, I just thought I'd let you know what's going on with the video, mainly the video, the shooting, etc. So my weapon for choice for this is the new, my new Tippman V2 HPA. So it's a out of the box. First time I used it this game. Found some quite early on. Found some very early issues with the hop, not being able to conduct any hop at all. After stripping down after the event, I basically found out that the hop was completely fitted incorrectly or damaged. Undamaged, I say, and basically required a bit of fettling to get back in there. So now it works, but this was basically using aiming off to try and get some targets. Up to about 20 feet, it was incredibly accurate and really good. After that, not quite so accurate. So let's get on with the game then. So the game starts. Both forces starting opposing each other. The sort of longest run of the arena itself then, and our objective is to basically get to where you can see now, get 400 yards ahead of that, where the tank is, to capture that to win. So you can see now I'm having to sort of like lob rounds in and eventually get the first kill of the game with a bit of lobbing of the round there. But basically we managed to get quite a few kills over the next couple of minutes, mainly because this is the sort of centre axis, or the main movement corridor for the enemy pushing up. After this, I try and come back to the centre, but also try and use the flanks to push up. So I'm trying to get friendliest to try and push up to my location now, which eventually we do get a friendly guy coming up. This would have been a great location if I actually had decent hop on my weapon, and I was getting that distance without having to sort of mortar them in, or also trying to shoot through netting without being seen would be quite difficult. As you can see, overall the arena itself then is quite heavily built up, trying to lure you in and slow you down in certain areas. So it's great, loads of cover, an unbelievable amount of cover. I don't think I've ever seen this amount of cover in an airsoft area before. There's just so much to choose from, and it helps you. It really forces you to use pairs fire manoeuvre and to use a bit of tactics to get up in places and move a little bit further forward.
So the building in front of this one here, wooden building, about 1 o'clock, and they're coming from that side, but you can get 2 shots through the windows as they're coming to the building. I'll probably stay out of this door line here, so you can see through that way, they can't see you. Right. So that side there.
So after this then I want to try and push up. I want to try and get a bit of cover and try and push further forward, to try and get towards that sort of bunker area. You can see there the sort of the hard standing building. And this is when I noticed that there was not having played it before, there's quite a few flanking opportunities that you can go through that's sort of unseen, unsighted.
Right, we're going round.
So me and this other guy start to push up a little bit now towards these barrels to try and stop this flank. Now the left-hand boundary, our left-hand boundary is this tree line here, so we can't go any further than the tree line. So I know that this is as far as they go. Poor bugger managed to walk into that one there. So we can see there's quite a few that move up on this left flank, and there's quite a bit of cover there as well. So if you're coming directly in line with them, there's quite a few barrels to hide behind, just to my 9 o'clock. So I managed to hold them off quite a bit, and I can hear them. I can hear them moving up. I don't think you can pick that up on the video, but I can hear quite a few talking in the distance and branches being moved, etc. and stuff. So I thought they were getting closer than they were, but all I wanted to do was to try and get them to focus in on this area. So although I can't see any directly enemy there, I try and get around the flank here, because I can see them. I can hear them moving on in. So we get a couple here. The next one you get is a couple of guys being lazy, just walking across and not realising he got hit. But there is a gentleman here that didn't take his shots. Quite clearly, I zoom in, you can see him taking some hits. But he wasn't going to back down, so I thought I'd be the sort of braver man, the bigger man at the time, and take me hit, and then come back to fight another day. Got back to me respawn there, and let's crack on. But I know exactly where I was going to go back to. That sort of left flank is quite busy, so I thought I'd go back there and try and push further forward. So for a second now, I moved a little bit further forward than I wanted to, but I just wanted to hear where and try and see where the sort of front line of the enemy forces were, to see how far they come back, and if they're trying to push through the centre or not. But quite quickly I can hear incoming fire. I'm sort of bouncing off a few Wrigley tin and stuff. I then push further forward just to take some cover where I think I could hear it coming from. And then eventually try and go back the same way I came earlier before I got killed, and go on this left flank here. There's a nice little rabbit run down the side here, as you can see. You're sort of prone to fire crossfire. There's quite a bit of open ground there, but as you can see, they put a lot of effort into making different environments here and making sure there's loads of little nooks and crannies that you can either A, hide in or snipe from, and B, just to sort of snuggle your way around and try and get amongst the enemy, which is quite nice. It's refreshing compared to a lot of other airsoft areas where they rely on natural features to sort of break that up.
Put it on, Matt. Nearly shot you.
So nearly shot Matt there. So this is the far left-hand boundary now. You can see the barrels. Just in front of these barrels is where we were before, shooting through those windows at the sort of combatants coming down that flank. So I'm trying to use this guy and trying to go through sort of a little bit of pairs stuff to make sure that he can, we can work a little bit together. But he's, I don't think he's ex-forces or anything like that. Trying to certainly way they would poke his head around the corners and things first is not something I'd be doing around here anyway.
Right. So you shooting now with them? I think there's a guy in a red bollard to your left, to a 10, 11 o'clock.
So I see a bit of movement there through this the bollard, through the trees there, and manages to pick him off. So this is only game one. It's the first. The game is about 20 minutes long, 20-25 minutes long. So it was quite good to shake things out, and it's a really good introduction to the arena here, which was really enjoyable. Again, if you've got a really accurate weapon that you can sort of pinpoint through those little cutouts, little holes in the barriers there, be really good. A DMR would be fantastic there, even a sniper, just to sort of pick people off. But sadly, I was very limited with the range I had. About that was the actual max limit before the round really started to dip. Even using .28s in this.
Matt, you're 11 o'clock. There's a. All right. Oh, sorry, mate. Okay.
So this time again, I want to get up to this sort of garage doors or building structure here. I managed to get one through the trees, which is quite lucky. But through the structure, again, I can see and hear people. This is quite an interesting one here. A couple of guys there. This guy really doesn't own up to. I mean, he's still looking over his sights, which I don't. I completely disagree with that. I sort of played the game a little bit there, but he didn't look like he was going to move at all. So Okay, interesting one here then.
Bang.
I didn't want to shoot the guy in the face, but whilst I was preoccupied with this guy here, I ended up getting shot with a pistol from there because I was just taking the mick. But it was,
I thought I'd give you the...
you know, one of those things. It was either shoot him and then shoot the other guy, or you know, sort of being a bit lazy, to be fair, just being a bit too nice to people. Didn't want to shoot him at point blank range in the face or anything. So you know, it was the other guy there. I shot him on his foot. So you know, I do try and pay a little bit of respect to people, not take the piss, but doesn't help by people doing it the other way back to you and not taking hits, etc. and stuff like that. I mean, to be fair, that was the only issue earlier that you saw the entire day, where a guy was blatantly taking the rounds and didn't take it. So again, what I'm trying to do here is not to be taken out by friendly fire. You won't believe the amount of times that people keep firing even when you're going past them. And you know, communication is key when you're trying to move past people, telling people where you are. If you're moving to their left or you're moving to their right and they're not quite sure of it, they might accidentally shoot you. Unlucky, mate. So I can hear movement again there, so what I'm trying to do now is get a grenade out. So I get a grenade out. It's a Dynatex timed grenade. All I want to do is bring their attention to this area so I can snuggle myself around, get round here. So one guy there, maybe the last guy from last time, then got shot. So again, you know, it was a sort of a little bit silly on my part. I didn't clear around the corner very well. So again, pushing up the left hand side here, just making sure that everything's clear. Because you don't know since you've run back to the respawn. I try and run back, try and put a bit more effort in and run back. Luckily I do try and take care of a bit of fitness and try and take care of myself, but I try and run back and put a maximum amount of effort in to get back in the firefight. As you can see, I'm breathing like Darth Vader a little bit with the face mask on and stuff, but yeah, I mean, I won't be standing clearly silhouetting myself against the skyline there. I saw it, you know, really easily out the corner of my eye, and I wasn't even looking for him, so the other guys must be the other side, must be able to see him from about, you know, half a mile off. So Matt in front of me now. Matt's using his long-range Mark 23. Try and pick some of them off. Really accurate weapon. Like, I was really shocked by the accuracy of that and how good and the effective the range is. So again, we're trying to get to that corner of that complex to try and hold a bit of ground there. And the key here is to try not to get funneled into that really tight area on your left. Get a little bit opportunistic. You know, don't lean into windows, don't put your gun or your barrel inside of a window, stuff like that, because obviously you'll have more chance of you being seen. Try and stand further back. Try and cut the cake, if you ever heard that analogy. So again, this time I'm a little bit more dubious around getting around the corner, and I pay a little bit more respect than it deserves than before. So now that this area is pretty much clear, we managed to push further forward, but sadly not in time to take the objective complete, although we do win the game. But if you want to see more videos or videos without commentary, please have a look around the page, please subscribe and show a bit of support. But we'll be going back there, so there'll be way more videos to come. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.